Hello and welcome to Midlands Today with me, Ben Godfrey. The headlines tonight. It's my only chance. A Staffordshire mother calls for a review of NHS rules denying her a second stem cell transplant.
I've got two daughters and I'm going to fight for them, and I'm going to do everything I physically can to basically go down with a bang if I have to go down.
Ruth Wake has acute myeloid leukemia. The NHS says it ensures patients have the access to the latest treatments. Good evening. A Staffordshire woman is campaigning against rules which means she can't have a second stem cell transplant as treatment for acute myeloid leukemia. Ruth Wake is a mom of two. She was diagnosed with the condition in January 2024. 9 months on, she had a double umbilical cord transplant, but the disease returned in June this year. Under NHS rules, anyone who relapses less than 12 months after transplant can't have a second procedure funded. Joan Cummins reports.
My name is Ruth Wake. I'm here because the NHS are denying me a second transplant.
Ruth is one of 3,000 people a year who receive a diagnosis of acute myeloid leukemia. A stem cell transplant gave the 57-year-old a new lease of life. But 9 months later, she was told that the leukemia had returned and her only option was palliative care.
Under the rules that the NHS England have published, commissioning rules, they don't offer any second transplants to patients, regardless of who you are, what your situation is, what your fitness level is. It's just a blank no. And then one day I woke up and I thought, no, I've got two daughters and I'm going to fight for them, and I'm going to do everything I physically can to basically go down with a bang if I have to go down.
Ruth lobbied her MP, who raised the issue in the House of Commons.
If it fails under a year, she can't have a second stem cell transplant. Now, I know the pressures that the Minister is under in terms of her time, but my constituent has so little time. Could the Minister look at this case in particular?
I thank him for his question and offer my best wishes to his constituent, Ruth, in her treatment. And I thank him for bringing her story to my attention.
The National Health Service say all decisions around repeat stem cell transplants should be made between patient and clinician. But Ruth has had to fund her new treatment privately.
Bupa as it is, Bupa are going to pay for me. You know, I'm the same person. Why do they think I'm worth a chance and the NHS do not think I'm worth a chance? And I think that's what it is, you know, to me. And like I said, that, you know, I'm lucky enough that I've got that option, where there are others who don't have that option. It is fight or die, and I think that's the thing. And I know a lot of people probably don't have the fight in them, to be honest with you. I mean, this is devastating news. Sounds like, well, you're told you're terminal and there's nothing else you can do.
The NHS say living with cancer is difficult, and they're committed to improving care and outcomes for all patients. For Ruth, that means reviewing their guidelines and treating patients as individuals. Joan Cummins, BBC Midlands Today.
Well, earlier I spoke to Ruth's MP, Sir Gavin Williamson, about how he's supporting her case.
Well, when I sat down with Ruth and heard about everything she'd been through, I was just struck about what an amazingly brave woman she was, who was fighting, literally fighting for her life. And you just want to do everything you can do to help.
You spoke to a minister in October. Have you had an update since on her case?
Well, to be honest, I'm very disappointed with the response. There's not really a desire to look at what these rules are. These are rules that were designed over 12 years ago, and science has moved on so much, but there seems to be a deep reluctance to actually look at this afresh and make sure that not just Ruth, but so many other people are given a proper opportunity to get well again.
But the National Institute of Care and Health Excellence actually said it would only review a relapse like this if there was more evidence of it. You've got a single case you're talking about. Have you got more evidence that this needs reviewing?
Well, there's increasing amount of evidence that the science and people's outcomes are improving so much. So when they first did this sort of report and wrote the rules 12 years ago, you know, the ability for people to have a successful second stem cell transplant was much lower than it is today. And I really do think the National Institute of Clinical Excellence really needs to do that review. It's not just me saying it, it's many other charities, it's many other organisations that are saying the facts have moved on. It's important that the NICE reviews those facts and hopefully comes up with new guidance that gives a lot of people a real opportunity at life.
OK, Sir Gavin Williamson, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.